Ladies and gentlemen, today we will be talking about an issue that we all face multiple times of a day, okay? Or multiple times of a day. And you know what's the true fact of it? It hits us, and then it hits us so hard we don't know if we're going left or right. So, welcome back to Behind the Issue with your uncle, Uncle Issues, okay? So remember, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about impulsive decision making, okay? Yeah, that thing that happens whatever you're doing through the day. Either it's just, you know what, I decided I walk down the street, I'm texting my friend, and then someone comes and bumps you. Impulsive decision making, direct. You don't even, the natural thing is it comes so naturally, you don't even have to train for it. It literally just happens. Okay? It comes when you're going to the shopping mall and your dad deciding, listen, I'm purchasing this and I want to get that. And you know what? You get in line and someone does something. Or even when the card, when you're trying to tap or insert it and the card doesn't go through. Okay? Impulsive decision making about the words that comes out of your mouth. Okay? Or even when people come to you and you're just talking, you're thinking, you know what, this is lovely, yada yada. And that one person comes in and is like, and your mind goes like, now it's time to destroy him. Okay. See, I just understand. I don't understand why it's so natural. Okay. Because when you get in that situation where you feel okay, you're in that impulsive environment. Okay, the impulsive decision making. You feel justified. You feel like, I know what I'm doing and it's fine. Okay, nobody's gonna stop me. And then you feel, and oh, yeah, and don't forget, when you're in that moment, your mind ain't scared running around like, no, I'm gonna be destroyed. Your mind thinks Thanos. Infinity Gauntlet. Okay? Nobody can destroy me. But we both know that's not true. Okay? For that moment that you're doing that, you're just an urge of okay. You think you know what you're doing. Okay. But the truth is it's actually just an emotion that's attached to it. Okay. Either anger, ego, boredom, or even loneliness. Okay. It's about what's going on top. Okay. Because some of us, yeah, we act out of anger when it hits you. It's just okay, mind blowing how some people act, man. It ain't natural. Nothing of this is natural. Impulsive decision making ain't natural, okay? It comes natural, but it ain't supposed to be natural. Okay? Now comes the biggest part, okay? When you shift and you're like, boom, and you make the impulsive decision, you're like, your brain goes, you're like, you don't pause, it just does, we're doing this now, okay? Yeah, okay, we did it, we're gonna do it, and we're doing it now. Okay? Yeah, now, man. There's no stop, pause, and think. You're like, bite them, bite it, or blah, 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 blah. Okay? You get the drift, or I hope you do, but you get to that point where you've already decided in a couple of minutes you already know what you're saying, and then you're not like, I'm gonna pause. Your brain just goes go before you can say boom, it comes out of your mouth, or the thought goes into your head, or whatever your way is, or your fist just goes without thinking. And then the impulsive decision, that 10 seconds. Okay, when you're busy saying it, this is the best part, my best part. Okay, you get to the point where you don't in that second when you think you are. When you think you're wearing the infinity gauntlet. Okay, well, infinity gauntlet of impulsive decision making. Okay, you're not thinking long term. You're thinking solution now. Okay, I gotta end this now. Okay, you're not thinking what the consequences is. You just want relief. You just want to get out of it and say, oh, it's done and I am good right now. Okay, I'm good right now. Listen up. That short term goodness ain't good for you, okay? Because you feel good for a moment, but after that, regret steps in and you're like, you know what? Nah, I should not have done this. Or damage control. You went so berserk, you gotta pick up your wallet and pay for the stuff that you broke, okay? And it's always a messy cleanup. So is it really impulsive decision? Is it really worth it, guys? Relief is like a short-term drug. couple of seconds, like I'm beating it down, and oh, I'm feeling that stuff in my mind. Grrr. No, it's literally not that. Okay, so please, guys, don't try. We gotta try and fight this. Okay, we literally have to try and fight this. Okay, and then let's talk about the symptoms, man. Well, whatever you want to call it. Okay, the problem is the real issue of this is it's because we do it because we're untrained. Okay, our emotions is not untrained. Okay, we're our pain takes over, our anger takes over. We can't just say pause, stop, pause, and think. We lack the pause. We lack the self-control muscle, man. None of us do the self-control muscle no more. Society tells you you don't need it. But they a lie, man. They lie to you. You need it, man. Because the truth is, imagine how powerful you could really become. Someone can go down on you, literally fighting with you and bad mouthing you, and you're just like, you know what? I hear you, but I'm not gonna answer. Okay? Because it's like sometimes me and my wife, oh, it happens so much to me. Okay, usually I'm the one that does the impulsive decision making. So yeah, okay. It happens so much, or I let it happen. Okay, that's why I want to take control, man. I want to be compared. It's like me and my wife. We get to the point where we literally go and we decide, you know what? We start fighting about something. As soon as we fight about something, there always comes that point where I call it the tipping point, the iceberg, the Titanic iceberg. Okay, we get to the point where well, sometimes me, sometimes she, we hit that impulsive decision making, and you know what? Then we say it to one another. And as soon as we say it to one another, I don't get it. Okay? Because why? Okay? Why don't we just go and decide and wait for the one to stop and cool off and then talk? Okay? But no. We'd rather fight and go on like animals, and then once again we regret everything. We regret everything. Okay? Luckily we don't sleep angry. We fight, we leave each other for a while, and then we go and we sleep it off. Okay, and then tomorrow morning we're happy as two people could be. Okay, and now comes the power. Okay, the power of pause. Okay, because think about you. People don't pause anymore. They try and live in the moment. But imagine how strong you could be if you just like the fight goes on, and you're like, Carson Tomati, Carson Tomati. I'm just kidding, guys. I just said ham, cheese, and tomato, like, cheese and tomatoes. Okay, but let's get back to the thing, okay? Power, okay? If you can pause and you become silent, that's strength, man. If you can get to the point where you delay your reaction, okay? That you've got you've got control of yourself, man. And that's powerful. So rather than going no, you pause. Silence becomes strength. And by not reacting to it directly, thinking straight, that shows everybody you got control. That's masterpieces. Okay? And yeah, it takes training, man. We gotta train it. If you don't train it, you ain't gonna get it right. Okay? So yeah, next time let's go through a couple of steps that might just help you to train for this, okay? So next time, and first of all, you gotta identify when you're making the impulsive decision making, okay? But back to it, okay? So next time you come to think, before you react, you're in a fight or something, just ask yourself, okay? I gotta ask myself these questions, okay? Am I making this? Am I steering, or is my emotions driving this boat? Okay, and that's gonna tell you, because if your emotions is driving this boat, your shit is gonna crash. Okay, you're gonna burn, and you're gonna regret it. Okay, because there's always cleanup after that. Emotions are like a wild animal that's fighting. Okay, you gotta learn to control that wild beast. Okay. So you got to make the choice. You got to decide, okay? It's your life. You're in control, okay? Not your emotions. If your emotions is going to go wild, then impulsive decision making is going to become your best friend. But he's not a friend because he's going to stab you more than once in the back. Okay? Yeah, it's going to hurt. And you're going to have a lot of cleanup. And no, I don't have time for cleaning up after. No, I want to do it right. So I got to start with who's in control, me or my emotions. And that will help you a lot. Now imagine that. You're standing in your next fight at work or at home or whatever. Imagine how strong people would see you, or in the mall where someone went down on you, bumped you, and you're just like, you know what? I got this. You pause. You're not the loudest. You're not acting the fastest. You're not the most aggressive. You just take it calm. You calm down. You wait for the guy to go down, because you know what's going to happen in that case? When he goes down and he goes aggressive all the way and you're just standing there waiting, you might even start pushing you, but you don't push back. You just stand there and you wait. Okay? You're like, okay? Then what they're going to think is that guy's got a screw loose. They're going to think, you know what? I want to be like that guy. I've got it under control. And that is what real strength is, man. If you can get to the point where you can literally control your impulse decision, literally stopping, being silent, waiting for it all to calm down, thinking straight, then that is power. Okay? Now, impulsive decision is easy, man. And it feels powerful for a couple of seconds, but remember, it isn't. We're built to be paused, okay? To stand in silent, not go boom like a bomb, okay? Bam! No. Pause. Calm yourself down, and it's going to take training, hard training, but you know what? In the end, you're going to look like the strongest person in the room. So welcome and happy night. But remember 2 things. Somewhere on the screen here, there will be a golden pony. You know what to do with my little golden pony. Okay? If you don't, the link is below. The link will be below. And one last thing. If you feel like I said anything that hurt you or wasn't right or affect anything, yada, 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 please go check my warning. The video also below, which is labeled as you, me, and more disclaimer. Okay? Because I do come with a warning label. So please check it out and enjoy the day.